Hey, what's going on, everybody? TaylorMade Hoops coming to you live and direct once again on TaylorMade Hoops Coach's Corner. Today I have a very, very special guest. No other than the myth, the legend, Coach Hollywood Nick Smith, head coach at Kimball High School in Dallas, Texas. Let me go ahead and give you Coach Smith resume, man, give him his proper introduction. Coach Smith has been the head coach at Kimball High School since 2014. He's going into his 11th season. He currently has, I was just teasing him, he currently has 401 career wins as a head coach. His team is currently ranked number one in the state. Coach Smith has led Kimball to 3 state championship appearances, winning state in 2023. He went to state 3 times as an assistant while at Kimball High School, winning the state championship as an assistant with Kimball. He has coached 67 players that have received scholarships, 7 All-State basketball players, 3 All-Americans, and 6 pros. Once again, hey, the resume speaks for itself. I'm honored to have you on, Coach Hollywood Nick Smith. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great, Coach. Thank you for having me on.
Hey man, we was just talking about it, man. Hey, great win the other night, man, against one of our good friends, mutual friends, man, Coach Love and Carter, man. Great atmosphere. Those kind of games, I think, man, is great for the district. What do you think about that, Coach?
I do that Carter Kimball rivalry, man. It goes way back before me, before you. It seems like the beginning of time, really. And but the atmosphere was just, man, it's the type of atmosphere I think that any coach and most players would want to play in because it was a stage and the stage was set, for the showdown, like at the OK Corral or something.
Oh yeah. Well, man, hey, let me go ahead and let the viewers know, Coach, man, our objective and points of conversation, what we'll be talking about today. Coach Smith will give us his points about team culture, a little bit about his offense and defense philosophy in the current season. Well, let me ask this, Coach. A lot of people don't know this, but I do. But where did you grow up? And tell us about your athletic and educational journey, Coach Smith.
Well, I grew up in Shreveport, Louisiana. That's where I'm from. Attended grade school there. Finished from Huntington High School. Home of the Raiders. Left there, got a scholarship. James Summers, Zip Summers, gave me a scholarship to play basketball at Paul Quinn College, where I played a year and also played A5A. Left there, transferred to Southern University Shreveport. JUCO played there a year, and then got a scholarship to Wiley College, another HBCU, uh, home of the great debaters, where I finished from, received a degree in biology and microbiology with a specialty in microbiology, and finished my playing career there. Went home for about a semester, got a job in corporate out of here working as a chemist in a lab, and did that for a little while. Was laid off. Company shut down, and my mom, who was a principal at that time, man, she said, "Hey, Dallas ISD need teachers. They giving $2,000 signing bonuses, and I needed the money." So, I was able to get in the district, and I was able to pay some bills with that first check, and I thought that I'd do it. I thought that I'd do it for maybe a few years, man, and go back into corporate and do something else. And here it is, like 26, 27 years later. I never would have thought, never would have dreamed I'd still be in the district and being able to accomplish some of the things that I have.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Well, let's talk about athletics a little bit more, Coach Smith. What role did athletics play in your life growing up? How important was playing sports?
Well, of course, back in the day, you're outside all day, all
Yeah.
long, and we played everything from football to football frisbee to throwing rocks, whatever at each other, whatever we could. And but I was more into football. We hoop, but we didn't hoop like that. And I was tall in the sixth grade, and in middle school it was 6 through 8. And the basketball coach saw me, and he just said, "Hey man, you tall, you need to come play." And I was like, "Huh?" So I'll never forget. I got in practice, and guys were doing finger roll layups, and so I went and tried it, and I shot it over the backboard. And after that year, and everybody played on the eighth grade team. It wasn't a sixth or seventh grade team; it was just eighth grade. So I didn't ever get in. Then I went to Grambling University's basketball camp that summer, and that's where I got my skills and fundamentals. Came back in the seventh grade better. Went back to camp again. Came back in the eighth grade better, and kind of just took off from there.
Okay, okay. Man, that's funny, man, that you brought it up, big man. I can't believe that you say you weren't always that good, man. That's funny. You know what I'm saying? People always kind of think, people always talk about the progression, but Nick said, man, I tried to do a finger roll.
Man, I finger rolled that thing, went over the backboard. That was the first time I saw people finger rolling. And I went and tried it, and that thing went over that backboard, man. They started laughing, and I was like, oh no. And so I just started working, man, and it played a
Yeah.
significant role in my life because it kept me disciplined and it taught me how to believe in things, believe in myself. It taught me, perseverance. It taught me hustle. It taught me
Mhm.
never to give up. It taught me to the want to, the how, the why, and then just being a winner. You know, there's some people say everybody's a winner. There are no losers. No, there's some losers. You can have that mentality, and I never had that mentality.
Well, hey, for my viewers tuning in, man, you tell them excited, man, just hanging out, man, chopping up on TaylorMade Hoops Coach's Corner with my main man, Mr. 401, Coach Hollywood, Nick Smith, man. Let me ask this, Coach, man. You spoke a little bit about it, but when did you realize that you wanted to be a coach?
I never did. I
Mm,
never did. I never
why?
did. I remember being in practice one day in college, and when you go from one school to another and you learn so much
Okay.
at that university from that coach, and then you go to one where you can kind of tell this guy got the job and he don't really know as
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
And I remember my college coach at Wiley. He put in, and I miss him. God rest his soul. He put in a flex offense, the flex,
Yeah.
and he put in this, and he was showing it to us, and he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna call it baby because this gonna be my baby. So we gonna call it baby." And I looked at it, I said, Coach, it's just a flex offense. All we got to do is do this, and that. And he looked at me and he said, when you get your own team, then you can coach it how you want to coach.
Okay.
And I never forgot that, but I never wanted to be a coach. And
Okay.
by the time I got to, I was in middle school first, but I volunteered at Bryan Adams High School one year, 2001 under Dan Drake. No, I'm sorry, 99, 2000 under Dan Drake. And he had a root canal. I showed up for a varsity game. He had a root canal. Calvin Grisby was a coach in North Dallas at the time. And I showed up to the game. I was volunteering. And he said, you're going to coach tonight because I can't talk. And I said, what? I was nervous, but I coached. I knew his system. I won the game. That was my first varsity win as a volunteer assistant. And that's when I knew I wanted to do
Mm,
that.
okay. 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 Well, let me ask this. You kind of spoke of Coach Drake, high school coach. You worked up under you, also your college coach. But who are some of the people that had the biggest impact on you as a coach, Coach Smith?
Well, my middle school coach, for one, Coach Nunley, he's the one that first got me in, and I just respected him, believed in him all these years, looked up to him. My father, you know, he coached my brother, but he's someone that was important in my life who's still alive. And then there's, I'd say, Walter Jackson, my high school coach. And then when you get on out here in Dallas in the coaching profession, Dan Drake, who gave me an opportunity, Gorey Johnson, who helped get me, him and Troy Matthew helped get me my first head coaching job. Snoop Johnson, who gave me a chance here at Kimball just to really get in and and see what it was, how to win and run a program. Paul Graham, who's a former coach here at Kimball, Coach Tubbs, former coach here at Kimball. Um, Guys like that, you know, guys I just named, just some of the guys I always looked up to. Rob Evans, who's over at SMU now in the administrative role too.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey man, that's a great list, man. Great people, like you say, to learn about them. Some legends there, Coach. Uh, Let me ask this, Coach. I know it's been a long journey, Coach. Man, you kind of spoke of a little bit, Coach Smith. But how many years have you been coaching, and where have you coached at?
Wow, I started coaching. This is like 27 years in DISD, man. So I started with football at John B. Hood, and back then it was now it's Piedmont
Yeah.
Middle School, and then I went into basketball at Bryan Adams, and so you're looking at since I entered Dallas ISD in August of '98, I've been coaching for basketball. I started in 2000, 2000 is when I first just got into basketball and started coaching. Now this is my 18th year as a head coach. So I did 7 years at Pinkston High School, where that was my first head job, and then this is my 11th year at Kimball.
Okay, okay. Well, man, hey, it's been a long journey, man. Been a
Yeah,
long journey,
man.
man.
You've been a part of that. You was a part of some of that too.
Yeah,
The,
that's
the
what I'm
good
saying.
days.
Been a long journey, man. This we gotta tell folks, man. That's why I like coming on, have people come on the show, man. A lot of times to tell the story, but a lot of times let people know, man. They just think a lot of times, Nick, that TaylorMade hoops. I'm just a dude to show up and take the pictures. They don't understand. I did a little coaching, man.
Oh
Little
yeah,
bit of
yeah.
coaching, man.
Been a
Little
head
bit of
coach,
coaching.
been on a collegiate level, and just to have you the time you were with me, I was just man, you was at the beginning with me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying? We had those teams, man, and we was like, man, we gotta get some players, and you saw it from when it was at the bottom, and then when you was with me, then you went away, then you came back, and you was right there when we was on top. So I
Yep.
mean, you was there for it all, man.
No, and that's why I tell folks, man, I always like to, man, give people their flowers, their roses, just let people know, man, that a lot of times people see you, Nick, man, they don't understand they don't understand why I call you Hollywood, man. It's not because what they think because being flashy and flamboyant. It's because I know that the vision that you have, what I'm saying, you Hollywood, you always think big, you always think outside the box. Nothing's impossible. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right,
something I always picked
right,
up from you, that confidence, you like you say, you like a superhero figure. People don't understand that. You always used to tell me that or whatever. But man, one thing I want to tell people, man, I appreciate Coach Smith, man. Coach Smith gave me my first paying high school job, man. I had worked with Rob right over at Carter, man. But Nick know how I go with the business, man. Volunteer, man. Wasn't getting paid, what have you. Came over there with him. Knew me through just coaching, but we really know each other. We bumped into each other, man.
right.
Maybe hanging out, what have you. You know how I go, Nick. But didn't
Yep.
really know me, man. Came over there just because I had a relationship with Snoop. Snoop said, "Hey, man, he a good dude, what have you." Went over there, Nick took me right to the principal, man. And most people don't understand this. That's why I rock. Nick took me right to the principal, man. Miss Viegas, I think at the time. Went in there, man, and hired me on the spot, what have you. I started getting paid, what have you, way back in 2004. So tell folks, man, that's why, man, I always go rock with Hollywood Nick Smith, man. No matter what people say, whatever, be hating on you, what have you, Nick, you my guy. I always gonna be my guy, man. Can't nobody say nothing bad about Hollywood Nick Smith, baby. You my
Well,
dude, man.
one thing I'll say, Ed, is that when I walked in Kimball High School, I didn't know Snoop, and his dad sent me over here, and
Okay.
he gave me opportunity and didn't know me, and I'm always thankful for that. We disagree, we agree at times.
Yeah, yeah,
He's my big brother.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, I never forget that, and
yeah,
so that was my thing. I coach people how I was coached, so how I was brought up, I try to bring a young coach up that way. And you remind me, you didn't know me, you walked in, I gave you an opportunity. Now, I hope some people see this that need to see it because I gave a lot of guys an opportunity that I didn't
yeah,
know that well. And
yes,
some of them are like you, appreciative, no matter where we are in life, no matter what they felt about me. That's my dude. Because
yeah,
you're gonna agree to disagree. And then
yeah,
you have those ones that kind of, yeah, he did this, but I don't fool with him, or they kind of stab you in the back and talk about you. But you
yeah,
kind of you kind of gave him opportunity to put him on, and I don't understand that because as men we're
yeah,
gonna agree to disagree. And so with that being said, I've had not in my brother and Doug, and I've had like I think 11. I've had 11 assistant coaches going to get head jobs, and some of us still talk, some of us are still cool, some of us not. But
yeah,
the thing is, that's a tree, and the opportunity was given under
mm-hmm,
me. And if you
mm-hmm.
go on to do what you do, you get a chance to go be a head coach. So I'm about at least giving guys opportunity, especially if they want an opportunity to go become a head coach and run their own program.
Oh no, man, and that's something. Tell you something about, man, that Coach Smith, man, one of the best people to work up under. Because I'm telling people funny stories that I remember, man, when I first had the freshman team, had a pretty good freshman team, old Suge, Antonio, and all them, man, Gerald Frazier and them, and we were pretty good. So so them guys, obviously next year, you move them up to varsity. So next year, I had to coach the JV or what have you. Coach JV, wasn't really that good, but it humbled me or what have you. But one thing I tell folks, Nick, is like this. He told me like he said, Ed, long as these kids know this right here, these are few offense plays, there wasn't too many plays. As long as they know this is our system. He said, everybody in the program got to know these plays. He said, from freshman to the voice to JV. He said, long as these kids know these plays right here, Ed, They know him. And when if I come in and practice one day, I say, hey man, y'all run this. And they run it. He said, I know you teaching them that. He said, Ed, I don't care what else you run. He said, but the only thing is, Ed, he said, hey, I'm a student of the game too. He said, so I'm not wanting you to come running by me because I'm on some ego type of thing. So I want you to come show me what it is. He said, because it may be something I want to run. I may want to put into the program, what have you. So long as I knew the kids knew how to run, you know what I'm saying? A full game, the plays, whatever like that, Nick.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know I pretty much put whatever in. Then by the time the second year, once you gain confidence in me, whatever, shoot, I really have to, you know what I'm saying, really have to tell you anything. You just come to the practice and see the game like, hey, you
Yeah.
like, hey, Slick, man, what's that there, man? I like that, man, come show me that practice tomorrow, man, whatever, all right, nigga,
Yep.
whatever. And another
Yep.
thing you did, man, when I came back the second time, man, is people don't realize you told me, say, hey, Ed, you come back with me, man. I'm gonna set you up, man, to help you get a head job, man. I'm put you out there, man. Make you the assistant head coach and put you out there. You said we came over the plan. You said I'm gonna show you how to do that. Just stick to the plan, Ed. You stuck to the plan with the regional founders. Next thing you know, boom, I end up getting a head job, man. So always
Yeah.
grateful to you, man. Always grateful to you, man.
No, much appreciated. Yeah.
Well, hey, man, as you can tell, man, having a great time, man, with my main man, Hollywood Nick Smith, head coach at Kimball High School, Mr. 401, man, 401 career wins. Let me ask this, Coach. Is there any pressure in coaching at Kimball High School following the great tradition and legacy of the championship coaches?
Every day. Every day. And when I say every day, every day. And then some people may say, well, man, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. No, I'm not. It's there. And that's what's expected. And so
Yeah.
that's the culture here. You know, we hang championship banners in our gym. There are no district type. We just had our all district selection deal tonight, and all the coaches came over in the district and we made our selection. So that'll come out in the next few weeks. But every day, man, I mean, and it ain't about, yeah, we won district, but there's nothing, we're not going to talk. We talked about it today. That's it. It's about state. And sometimes, I remember, man, those 2 years, when I went those 2 years in a row, I won 30 plus games each year. Man, you had a good year, but we lost. We lost this state. We didn't win. And nobody want to hear that. So I do understand that. So I understand what the mission is. And each year we're out to go get it. And some years you're just not going to get there. But you start over and you work hard again to try to get there. And it's not easy, even though I went 3 years straight. Some people say you should have won all three or you should have won two. I won one. I won the one that we were supposed to win, that God lined up for us to win. It was much sweeter than those other two probably would have been. Much sweeter. And I think I was more humble too.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, Coach, let me ask this, Coach. I know this, but do you have any aspirations of coaching collegiately, Coach?
Ed, you've been knowing me a long time, and yeah, I mean, I've had 3 opportunities in my 20-some year career. And some people will say, of course, as a high school coach, when you get an opportunity, you need to take it because they just don't come around that often for high school coaches. And there were reasons why I didn't. And sometimes I look back on it and say, man, I should have just went ahead and took that job. But then if I would have, I wouldn't have that 400, or I wouldn't have that state championship in 23, or I wouldn't help that kid or that student athlete or this kid over there, help him get that scholarship, or help that kid get in school because I knew that particular coach and what they were looking for. And I put a word in and they signed that kid. So God has put me in this place for a reason. To answer a question, do I still have aspirations? Yes. But I do have a dream job. But I do have aspirations to move to the collegiate level.
Yeah, but Nick, just people don't understand, man. I've been blessed to be able to coach collegiate level. Like you say, Coach, it got to be the right opportunity, especially like you say when you got a good situation like you got, Nick. So you just can't go on this any opportunity. You got to look at your family situation like that, and you got to look at a lot of times. But they don't know, Coach, because we've been blessed to be around these college coaches. That we see a lot of college coaches every other year they changing jobs, what have you. So you got to look at your job security part. So like you say,
Right.
you go from where hey, you can stay at Kimball as long as you want to. You know what I'm saying, Coach? Well, you got good job security, good program, good tradition, what have you. So why would I want to go coach somewhere in college, like you say, coach, then mess around and be there a year, what have you, coach get fired, and now I'm looking for a job or what have you. So people don't understand that situation too, behind the
That's
Knicks
true.
as far as that part,
That's
man.
true.
I know it's something you always look at. You look at it's a good situation. A lot of times, I don't want to speak to business, but a lot of times in situations where you look back on, you like, Ed, I'm kind of glad I did take that position because the dude ended up getting fired the next
No,
year
no,
or a
no.
year or
That's
two.
right. That's
So
right. I mean, if I get in there, I need to be at least 3, 4 years.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can make a certain amount and I can stack that. And then if I gotta leave and go back, you can always you certify, you go back and teach, probably go be an assistant coach or get another high school job, head job and ride that out. Yeah.
There you go, man. Well, Nick, let me ask this, man. We go speak a little bit about the culture, which I know you like we talked about. You have great culture over there, Kimball. But how do you establish and maintain a great team culture in your program, and how do you maintain that culture on a daily basis, Coach Smith?
Well, it starts with me, as the head coach. And then I put in a system of discipline first of or just how things are going to go on a day-to-day basis here at Kimball High School in my basketball program. Then my 7 assistants or 8, how many ever it is, they have to take that, buy into it, believe in that, and they disperse it throughout the program. Okay. And so from day one, when those kids walk in here with a parent and we sit down and we talk, and as a freshman, they come in and I let those parents know this is how it's going to be. We're
Mm-hmm,
open. We're going to develop your son. This is what we expect academically. But the one
mm-hmm,
thing I'll tell them, we're going to teach them how to defend. By the time
mm-hmm.
they get to varsity, if you can't defend, you might be on a team, but you won't get on the court. And so we have my coaches, myself, my team, everything. We're just always what I say. We're a defensive minded program, just all the way around. And your kids, they'll be a reflection of you. And
Mm-hmm,
they know they got a coach that's tough. That I'm gonna talk, but I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna work, and
mm-hmm.
they do the same. Some one cat told me, he said, "Man, you're playing some bullies out there." I said, yeah, they kind of get it from me. They gonna talk and they gonna talk trash, blah, 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 but they're just trying to get you out your game. But they're great kids because
Yes,
they're gonna
they are.
laugh and I don't care if they friends with you outside of this. This is just what it's gonna be on the court. But then after that, they're like, what's up, hey man, hit me on IG tonight, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, but they just have that mentality. And that's just all the way throughout the program. But they're really good kids, and those are the kind of kids I want. And it took some time to get this like this. And then, you know, this is what 70 to pass. Most programs say, yeah, you just keep above a 75. Here it's got to be an 80. And I don't run around posting and bragging about, and some. It's good to show that what you're doing, but you know, to me, as long as these kids and their parents are happy and these parents are satisfied with the grades that their sons are getting, then I'm cool. I mean, if anybody else wants to publicize that, they can, but I don't. My thing is keep your grades up. Let's go get these dubs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No doubt about that. Well, for everybody tuning in, as you can tell, man, just hanging out, chopping up, man, on TaylorMade Hoop Coach's Corner with my main man, Coach Hollywood Nick Smith, Mr. 401. Coach, man, hey, I know I'm gonna get you a lot of trouble. I know when you saw this question, you probably want to come and say, Slick, don't do me like this, baby. Don't do me like this. But let me ask this, man. You coached a lot of great players, man. I know even back in your time as assistant and Brian Adams. I'm not trying to say you need to have him on your list. My boy, Coach Dominique Kirk, but you coached a lot of great players, man, throughout your time. But go ahead, man, Coach, man. Give me Coach Hollywood Nick Smith's all-time 10 best players coach list, man. Who
Now
on your top
that
10
I've
list,
been
baby?
that I've been a head coach of or an assistant and a head.
You
Because
know what, man? You know what? I I,
let me
I
do
did I
head
did
coach.
I did preface that, but we go. Let's just go ahead, Coach. Then Nick. So
Okay.
so so hey. So when I'm gonna see him in the playoffs. When I see Dominique Kirk, man, over at Lake Highlands, he won't be mad at me, man. Be like, man, Coach, you put me on this. I'm saying he said head coach. Why he was the head
Head
coach?
coach.
Because
Head
I don't want to
coach.
get mad from the guys you coach, when you was assistant, you know, I want to get mad. I want AC Law down and get mad at you, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I want your man. So we're gonna say head coach, nigga.
Okay.
Top 10
All
head
right.
coach.
So I'll start with the point guard position, top 10. Point guard has to be Juwan Evans. That was my first year here. Kimball, he's our leading scorer. Also, he's a McDonald's All American. My first Tony Mitchell should have been McDonald's All American, but he's my first McDonald's All American. Went on to Oklahoma State, played for the Clippers, got drafted by the Clippers in the second round. At the two, nobody's gonna top Suge Jones. Sugly Jones, the Mary Suge Jones, West Dallas finest, Pinkston High School. Since he was starting on varsity since he was a freshman year. By
Yes,
the
sir.
time by the time he was a senior, people thought he was too old, but they just realized they had been seeing him for 4 years on varsity. They thought he was old, but he wasn't. Suge Jones. At the three, I'm going with Arterio Morris.
Okay.
McDonald's All-American. That was my second McDonald's All-American I coached as a head coach. Went on to go play for UT, University of Texas. Now he's in South Plains, getting himself together back to go Division One again somewhere. All right, so that's at the three. Coming in at the fourth spot, I had some dudes at Pinkston, but at that fourth spot, I ain't never had a kid like Kyron.
Yeah,
I ain't never had a kid like Kyron, man.
man.
You know, and
Bro.
yeah, and yeah, yeah, I ain't never had a kid like Kyron before, and so yeah, he was special. You know, he could guard anybody, play any position. The way he hustled at that position, that's another Kimball kid. What I have? So I have a Kimball point guard, Pinkston two guard, Kimball three, Kimball four, and Kyron, and then at the five position, Tony Mitchell, the
Oh yeah.
Wolf, Pinkston High School. The Wolf,
Hey, hey,
Pinkston
hey,
High School,
hey,
Tony Mitchell,
hey, hey, hey,
a pro
hey,
in
Nick,
high school.
hey, Nick, we got the score on the man. I know we watched. Hey, I'm gonna tell him right now. Hey, me and Nick Young, that doggone dude never got a haircut, never had an edge up, never got an edge up, baby. That's my boy Tony Mitchell.
So if you think about this, if you take my all-time top five, and I have some really, really good players, but if you take my all-time top five, if you put Juwan, Suge, Arterio out there, Kyron, and Tony, Coach, they won't lose a game. They wouldn't lose a game. I don't care
Nah,
who they play.
nah.
I don't care
4-0,
what
man.
prep school came in front of them. You can go get Link, Sunrise. You can go get here. You can put everybody over there you want to. They wouldn't lose because you had literally five pros on the court.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, go ahead, man. You got five more spots. Nick, who coming off the bench for you, man? Or who else you gonna have on the team? Who else
Wow.
you throw in
So
there?
so in my backup PG behind Juwan, and I've had some really good PGs, but I'm gonna go with T. Brown.
Okay.
I almost said Bean, but I'm gonna go with T. Brown.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
why. I'm gonna go with
Okay.
T. I'm gonna go with T. Brown Kimball at the point behind Juwan, who's at T-John's at McNeese State. He's a state champion, all state, you know, district
Yep.
MVP, all that. At the two, I'm gonna slide back over to Pinkston and I'm gonna put Javarius Bean Willis
Okay.
behind Suge. Because
Okay.
that 5'11" son of a gun still holds the 3-point record in the state of Texas. He had 18 in a game, not at Pinkston, but at a prep school he played at in Houston. And then he went on to Texas Tech and then finished at University of Ohio. So I'm gonna put him at the two. At the three, behind Arterio, I'm gonna put. Oh, and I had some dudes. I'm gonna put Jalen Dean Vines.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna put Jalen Dean Vines, J12. I'm gonna put him there. Vanderbilt commit, MVP, district, all that. Yeah, athletic. Got some stereotype stuff in him, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put him there. At the
Mm-hmm.
fourth position, I'm looking at all the guys that I had at that position coming through. At that position, Kyron, that it's two guys I'm looking at. I'm looking at, Desmond Jones, Brad,
Mm-hmm.
because he could
I'll take that too.
Brad could stretch the floor. So,
Mm-hmm.
Brad could do a lot of stuff at that position back in his hay. And then I'm also
Mm-hmm.
looking at a kid like Trey Clayton. I only had Trey
Mm-hmm.
1 year, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he was special down there. Uh, so I'm kind of looking at that right there. And then at my 5 spot behind Tony Mitchell, Andre Big Dre Jackson.
Big Drake, big
And
body.
Dre was all right in high school, but he really turned it up when he got to JUCO. But
Oh
Dre
yeah.
was still 6'9" by 260. And if he got it in the post, he finna score.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
came to my 400th win the other night. Him and B-Lo and James. I took a picture with them. Yeah. So
I thought you might put your kid folk at that 5 spot. Old Jari Brooks.
yeah, Jari was a jumping, dunking guy, but I went on, got bigger. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I went on, got a little bit bigger because he could have went there. You know.
Oh yeah. Man, hey man, that team there, man. Say, I'm just glad seeing that team, them 5 going at each other in practice every day, man. There'll be
Oh,
some
it'll be
10
it'll be
guys in
ignorant.
practice.
It'll be ignorant. Can you see Juwan and Tijon matching up, Bean and Suge matching up? You know what I'm saying? Terry and J12 matching up with each other. Kyron and either Desmond or Kyron and either Trey Clayton. And then you got Tony and Big Dre. Boy,
Yeah. Hey, it be a whole bunch of coaches stepping in between some players, a whole bunch of fights broken up, a whole bunch of scoring and
yeah.
trash talk going on with
Cause
that
that
boy.
cause that second 5 all starters on
Oh yeah,
anybody high school team.
oh yeah,
Anybody.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, everybody tuning in, as you tell, man, having a great time on TaylorMade Hoops Coach's Corner with my main man, Hollywood Nick Smith. Just talking about his all-time starting 5, his all-time top 10 players he's coached as a head coach. Like you said, we'd have been here all day if we had to throw in the players he coached when he was assistant. But hey, he's still gonna get a little bit of trouble, man. I know some guys gonna be mad at him, texting him, calling him, what have you, man. But it's all good, Nick. You've been truly been blessed. Let me ask you this: we're gonna stay on offense and defense. Coach Smith, what is your offense and defense philosophy? How do you like to play out there at Kimball, man?
Well, first, we can start with defense. We're going to apply ball pressure, full court, half court. We're going to try to disrupt your point guard. Most point guards try to look over, get the call from the coach. A lot of them that are really, really savvy, you can't fade them. But we're going to pick that point guard up, even though I might have everybody else back in half court ready to pick a man. Who's ever on the point guard is going to pick him up full court. And we're not just retreating or backpedaling. We're up in them, making them turn, whatever, we're trying to speed them up. And we do that to try to tire him out. So by the fourth quarter, maybe last 5, 6 minutes, he's just out of there. That's
Mm-hmm.
part of our philosophy. Uh, if we're gonna defend, man, we got a lot of different things. I just want to give up everything on here on your site, but we just got a lot of things we're gonna do defensively, and that's it. And they don't have a choice. I had a guy ask me the other day, AAU coach. He said, "Man, I admire what you're doing with your team, and I've been watching you guys." He said, "I have a question, man. How do you get them to play so hard?" I said, "Because they don't have a choice.
Hmm.
I don't give them a choice. You'll get talked to bad, or you're not gonna play here." And I've
Mm-hmm.
had a couple transfer up out of here over the years,
Mm-hmm.
even this year. I mean, it is
Mm-hmm.
what it is, you know. And they're having success other places, and I'm proud of them. But here, there's a standard. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's a standard, and the
Mm-hmm.
standard has been set. And offensively, we do a lot of quick hitters and stuff like that. We got plays we run, but we're mostly a kind of what U of H does, a 4 out, one in a hideaway. And then we got so much stuff that goes into that we can do, and they can just read and play off of it. It just depends on how they feel. A lot of ISO plays, things like that. But for the most part, our defense starts our transition, and that gets us our offense.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that, man. Hey, if you haven't seen the show, man, especially this year, man, oh my God, like I was telling Nick, man, apologize for not being able to see the game in person, but I was watching the man online, and man, my wife was watching the man, and she was like, "Is this a high school team?" I mean, when Jalen Team Vibes was dunking it and Lance was just hanging on that rim, man, I'm telling you guys, y'all missing the show. Nick had some great teams. Of course, won state championships, and I think he has a great chance of winning this year. But just how entertaining this team is, man, Nick. I mean, you got to be a pleasure, man, to coach them every day in practice, man. Some of the stuff you probably see, I know you just probably shake your head, man, because you got some athletic guys, man. I mean, them guys play above their rim, Nick.
They do. It don't impress me. Every now and then, they'll. What's crazy is this, man. Their in-game dunks are off the chain.
Yes.
I mean, it's just and I'm used to seeing it. Now the deal
Okay.
is, Arterio and Chauncey and those guys group, they were athletic. Trey Clayton, they were very athletic. They might get they dunked in spurts.
Yeah.
They might get one or two within the third quarter. We just take off when you start beating and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They just come like that. And they might have some.
Mhm.
This team averages anywhere from 12 to 15 a game. They're like
Yes.
the old Five Slimmer Jammer, or maybe the Running Rebels from UNLV. It's just I mean, it's like 7, 8 of them got hops, and they just throwing lives at each other. They just getting on fast break. They live to get a stop to fast break, so they get all of them running. you know, so it can be a point guard dream because you can just throw it up anywhere and they catching it, windmilling it, just all kind of crazy stuff. So, you know, when I say it don't impress me, I'm so focused because I know them. They love those cameras. They know where the
Mhm.
cameras are. They done turn, look right in the camera.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
and I'm like, I'm coaching, but when I do get excited about one, that means that was a bad dunk right there. But other than that, I love the fact internally, I love watching them
Oh,
play.
yeah.
I do. But the
You got some coach.
outside,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Man, because man, I was teasing, man, because we got an old play, man, a little delay play we run, man. Ever since man we was together at Peachtree, man, and I was asking about that play. I said, Nick, man, why you know what I'm saying the game? So man, why you go to blah blah blah. He's like Ed. He said, man, them dudes be looking for the oops and stuff. He said, man, when that ball hit the middle, you say, man, the catch instead of us, you know what I'm saying, just hold the break back out. You say, man, they gonna be trying to throw lobs and oops and stuff like that. And you say, man, I can't. You say, I'm trying to say, hey, man. Run. Let's run that. You said it, man. I was like, man.
No, they do. They do, man. They want the highlight, man. I just be trying to coach them through it and everything like that. But if they get the highlight, man, some of them, man, it's crazy, man. They highlights be up before halftime, bro.
Man. Well,
I
like
said,
I
how
said,
does this happen? Golly.
man. But hey, guys, like I got that. Hey, man, have a great time, man. Great time, man. With my homeboy, with my dog, man. Coach Hollywood, Nick Smith, man. Go way, way back, man. Before we get off the show, man, he's gonna tell us. We're gonna wait till he gonna tell us, man, how I got the name Slick Willie, man. But Coach, let me ask you this, man. Uh, we already kind of know, but kind of elaborate a little bit, Coach, man. How's the season going? But the most important part, Coach, is the team meeting your expectations that you and your coach start coming into the season.
Well, we knew coming in, we had a chance to be really good. I didn't know we'd be ranked number one in the state all year. And then, of course, we dropped down to 4A, which is competitive, and uh, last year when we lost in the second round, we hadn't been out like that since 2018. And after going to state 3 years, you just get that feeling. You think you're going to go every year. And we lost
Mm-hmm.
in the second round on a Friday night. I asked those guys in the locker room after the game. I said, when you guys want to start off season? Normally we get going after spring break, and they said Monday, and I was like, dang, all right, let's do it. We was practicing hard on that Monday after we lost that Friday. We didn't take a break, and we went Monday through Thursday, some Fridays, all the way up until the summertime. And then we worked our butts off through the summer to get ready for TABC. So all this started last year, last spring. And when people say you don't start trying to win state championship in the summer or in the fall or whatever like that, you start the day after are done with that season, you right back in there. And that was the first time I've ever done that. And these are the results you're seeing now and what we're doing. We're 22-5. This record really don't matter now because we're getting ready to go into the playoffs. But 22-5, I thought we did pretty well. We're not quite where I need us to be. I see it out of 4 quarters. I see it in two. Which two? I don't know sometimes, but I do see it. But we got to do it for 4 quarters and be a lot smarter too at the end of games.
Mhm. Well, let's talk about man. I've been raving about your players this whole time, Nick. So tell me who are some tailor-made picks? Who are some players that these college coaches need to be putting their eyes on? I know they stay in gym, but uh please let the ones who don't know, the college coaches don't know why they need to come to your gym, who they need to be coming checking out. Nick, who you got in your gym, man?
Man, so I have two. Jalen Dean Vine signed with Vanderbilt senior, and then Lance Carr, who's going to University of Alabama, Birmingham. 6'7" small forward. Those guys are gone, but I still got like 4, maybe 5 more D1 kids on the team. I'll start with my juniors. David Cole, point guard. He's out with a broken foot right now. He just had surgery. He has a San Jose State offer, but there have been other Division I schools coming in to see him early. Uh, then Caden Gray, who's a combo guard, and then JJ Hancock. His name's Jalen Hancock, but we call him JJ Hancock, 6'3", 3-and-D type kid. I mean, he had 21 last night. According to like 6 or 7 threes. He was just on fire, and he's been doing that every game. And then he's athletic, and
Mm-hmm.
then he's a defensive stopper at that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say 3-and-D, it's a real 3-and-D. At 6'3", is stupid athletic. And then, so those 3 guards are good. And then in the sophomore class, I have a 6'6", um, big guard, big wing guard, Mari Wesley. He has SMU, Mississippi State, Cincinnati, Grambling, Oklahoma, San Jose State. He has about 7 or 8 Division I offers right now as a sophomore, but he's like that. Got a chance to probably get in that top 75 after this year and then work his way into the top 50. Hopefully, he'll have an opportunity to be a McDonald's All-American. If not, he'll be close to that. And then Rylan Austin, who's a point guard in that same class, is real nice. He's starting to blow up, make a name for himself. So I just named off like maybe uh, 5 more kids on there that are Division I players that are underclassmen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and let me tell you something, man. Been had a great pleasure covering y'all this season. Every player he just named, the real deal. Especially, I was messing with JJ today, man. I saw man on one on IG or whatever. He had posted something on him, man. He had hit the love sign. I hit him back, so like, which I told him, say, man, keep working, man. You're blowing up. Cause like I say, really impressed with that guy, man. The other guys, of course, Lance and J12 definitely should get their props, what have you, but some of the other kids, man, can play. JJ is one of them kids, man, that just kind of really caught my eye. He really started catching my eye around the time, man. We were playing at the tournament out there in Lancaster. The tournament out there in Lancaster, I think y'all had played. Y'all
Oh, and
beat
Snoop Deal,
yeah, ran
DeSoto?
over somebody. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, DeSoto, yeah.
y'all played Rowlett or somebody. Somebody y'all played, and I saw him play
Oh,
then,
that
man.
was we played Zachary first, and then we
Yeah,
played Beaumont United, and then we played DeSoto.
yeah, and I saw him play, man. I saw him play then, Nick. I'm like, man, they kid. I thought you had been telling about the kids, like, man, I've been really trying to tell him, man, about when he catch it, man, don't hesitate, shoot it with confidence, man. He said, Ed, man, because he can shoot. He said, but sometimes I'm like, yo, dude, you play for Kimball, man. You catch that ball, you gotta let it go, man. You gotta let it
There
go.
you go.
Yeah, so now he's been doing that, man. Then, like you say, for the college coach out there, man, got great size. Like I said, I think like I say, could play on and off the ball, man. Definitely guard the 1, 2, the 3, man. Real good player.
Hmm.
And that sophomore left-handed guard you got, man. I like him too, Nick. So he got some players there, man. At the K, man. Make sure y'all go through college, coach. You got some players, man.
For
Got some
sure,
players.
for sure.
Well, man, Nick, man, that was the last question, man. But hey, I know, man, you got to get out, got to get out, man. But go ahead, let everybody know, man. They don't know how far back we go. Let them know, man, how I got the name Slick Willie, man.
Man, so I think all of us had nicknames, and we were in Houston. I can't remember we were in Houston for. And so we were riding down Westheimer away from the Galleria area. And Ed was driving my car, and I'm sitting in the side, like, and he says to me, he said, man, you gotta give me a nickname, man. I gotta give me a nickname. I said, you want a nickname? I said, I'll give you a nickname. I looked out the window, and we was passing this pool hall, And the name of the pool hall in Houston was called Slick Willie's. And I saw that name and I looked at him. I said, I got one, Slick Willie. I said, that's what we're gonna call you now. So if you ever hear me say Slick, what's up, Slick? That's why I call him Slick, Slick Willie.
Oh man, and the funniest thing is, Nick, man, I think I told you a couple years ago, man. Me and my wife was in Houston, and we was going down there. I think we was going to Benny Honda's that's down there on West Hammer. We was driving past there, we saw it, and the place still there, Nick. It's still there,
It's still
man.
there. Oh
It's still
wow.
there. I started laughing. I started saying, "Why you laughing so hard?" I said, "Man, Slick Will." I said, "That's where I got the name from." She's like, "Oh, okay." Just
So
funny
she
as
didn't
hell.
know that. Huh? That's funny. Slick Willie, my man.
Well, man, Nick, man, hey, man, as you can tell, man, had a great time, man, with you on the show, man. Like I said, hate I wasn't able to make it to the game, man, but most definitely, I'll check you out during the playoffs, man, because like you always tell me, that's when the season starts for you anyway, man. So,
That's
uh,
right.
man, hey, good luck, man. Like I said, man, and one thing I want to tell you, man, hey, for everybody out there, man, like you say, that be doubting us and saying bad things about us, man. I want to say, man, keep being yourself, Nick. Keep being you, man. Keep impacting these kids' life, man. Keep helping these kids change the kids' life, man. Because at the end of the day, they can say what they want to about you, man, but they can't, like you said, they can't dispute the numbers and the impact on these young men, and that's what it's all about, man. Just off the
You're
top,
right, man.
you say 67 kids, you inspired, and it's been thousands of more every day, in your classroom, teaching your science or what have you. So, man, keep being who you are, Nick, man. I'm gonna keep being me, man. Hey, we gonna keeping out doggone foot on their throat, Nick, doing it the right way,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
Okay, man. Hey,
Thank
much
you for
love,
having me.
man. Hey, tell the family, as I said, what's up, man. Love y'all, man. And hey, good luck with the playoffs, man. Love you, my boy.
All right, dog. Love you too.
All right, man. No doubt.
Like, okay.